my channel Maths by Shaish. Today in this video we are going to discuss last few questions 6 to 12 from May-June 2021 Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics, and it is paper 4 extended mathematics, and it is 0580, component is 41. So let's start with question number 6. A part, in the Venn diagram shade the region P complement union Q. So union means all together. Here P complement means not P, means everything only without P. So this is the region. And then Q. So Q is this circle, and if we are using the union, it means we are going to shade all the portion except this region which was not being shaded. So this is the shaded region because we are going to shade P complement means without P, and then in Q this portion also comes of the portion P. So that's the P dash P complement union Q. Here's the B part. There are 50 students in a group. 34 have mobile phone, 39 have computer, C, and 5 have no mobile phone and no computer. Complete the Venn diagram to show this information. So here it says 34 have mobile phone. So in this circle, M circle, there are 34. In C circle, their computer, there are 39. And 5 have no mobile phone, no computer. So of course they will not come in any of this region. So we'll put 5 here. And now we need to search for this intersection because there are some users, some students who have mobile phone and the computer as well. So we will calculate in this way, like for this circle M there are 34 students, and for C computer there are 39 students. And since we have included this region in M and C as well, so I'm taking it as, let's say there are X number of students in this region, so we have included this X 2 times, so we will subtract 1 time so that we get the total number of students. And since there were 50 students and 5 are outside, so in this region there would be 45 students. So we will calculate now. 9 4 13 3 3 6 1 7, and then we will transfer this thing here, and 45 this side is minus 45 equals X, and so it is going to be 28. 73 minus 45 is 28. So there are 28 students in this region which are coming in the intersection, means have phone as well as computer. Now since there were 34 students with having mobile phone and 28 are in this intersection, so of course the rest of them are going to be here, that is 6. 34 minus 28, and in this 39 minus 28, that is 11. So that's complete the Venn diagram with all the information from here. And here's the C part. Venn diagram shows the number of students in a group of 30. There are 30 students who have brothers, B, sisters, S, and cousins denoted by C. So this is the information given in the Venn diagram. Write down the number of students who have brothers. We need to write down the number of students who have brothers, means we are going to count the number of students in the circle of B, and that is 2 plus 2 4 plus 1 5 plus 3 8. So there are 8, simple as that. And then write down the number of students who have cousins but do not have sisters. Who have cousins but do not have sisters. So cousin circle is this. In this circle there are 3 1 7 8, and do not have sister means we cannot include these two, so we are left with only these two, that is 3 and 8, that is 11. So there are 11 students who have cousins but do not have sisters. And third part, find N. N means number of students in B union S union C complement, means union of all, and then complement. So from here we can see this union means all together B, S and C, and the complement means which is not in this region, that is of course 2. So there are 2 students who doesn't have brother, sister or cousins. And in the fourth part, use set notation to describe the set of students who have both cousins and sisters but do not have brothers. Again, we need to write a set notation for the set of students who have cousins and sister both but do not have brothers. So it means we can see from here both means brother, cousins and sister. Both means this region comes in intersection, both brothers, cousins and sister, but it means it is going to be C union S first. Oh sorry, not union, intersection, because it's common intersection with S. Now it says that but do not have brothers means we cannot include one, because one student is there who has cousin, a brother as well. So if we remove in the set notation, we take the complement, and if we are removing it, so it means we are taking the intersection with the B complement, because B complement will cover all the things except this B circle, and all the things in the C and intersection S was already only 7, so there are going to be this. So that is the set notation for this. Is the first part. Student is picked at random from 30 students, like total. Find the probability that this student has cousins. So the favorable case here is student has cousins. So cousins means this circle, and there are 8 plus 3 11 plus 1 12 plus 7 19, and since we are picking up the student from the 30 students, so that is upon 30, so that's the probability. And then sixth part is 2 students this time are picked at random from the students who have cousins. So they are focusing on those students who have cousins, means we are only focusing on this circle, inside this circle, and we need to calculate the probability that both these students have brother, means first student also have brother. So if we talk about one by one student having brother in this circle, we can see there are 4 students who have brothers upon total, and total are, we have seen it is 19, 3 plus 1 4 plus 7 11 plus 8 19, and now one student has been chosen. So second student, if that student, what is the probability that that student would be having the brother, we will choose out of this. One student has already been chosen, so there are only 3 left, so 3, and total also got reduced by 1, so it is 3 by 18. And then we will calculate 3 1s are 3, 6 are 16, 18, and 2 2s, 2 3s, and hence we got it as 2 over 57. 19 into 3 is 57, and that's the probability that both students have brothers. And here's the 7th part. One student is picked at random from 30 students. Event A, the student has sisters. Event B, this student has cousins but does not have brothers. Explain why event A and event B are equally likely. Equally likely means same probability. Same probability. So it means we are going to prove that if event A probability is same as event B probability, it means they are equally likely. The event A is the student has sisters, so probability of A, let's find out the sisters, number of students who have sisters. This is this circle. 2 plus 1 3 plus 7 10 plus 5 15, and it is all over all the students, that is going to be 15 over 30, and that is of course 1 by 2. Now the probability of event B event is this student has cousins but does not have brother. So for cousin, this is the circle, does not have brother means we cannot calculate, we cannot take these two, means we are left with 7 plus 8, that is of course 15, and 15 over altogether 30, that is 1 by 2, and since they are same, that's why they are equally likely. The seventh A part, simplify x square minus 25 over x square minus x minus 20. And here we have the denominator as x square minus 25, and 25 is a square number, that is 5 square. So if we rewrite this thing as x square minus 5 square, we'll come to know it is a square minus b square identity, which gives us a minus b. I'll write in a single line, a plus b, that is x plus 5, another bracket x minus 5. This is the identity when we have the difference of the square of the two numbers. And the denominator we have x square minus x minus 20, trinomial, and here we have 20 as the constant, and we need to split 20 in such a way when we subtract, because this is minus, when we subtract we get minus 1. So 20 we have 5 and 4. When we minus, means minus 5 plus 4, we'll get minus 1. So from here we got x square minus 5x plus 4x minus 20, and then first two we will take x common, we are left with x minus 5. Last two we got plus 4 common, and it is again x minus 5. So the next line we will write the numerator as it is, x plus 5, and denominator x minus 5, and times x minus 5, and denominator become x minus 5 common, and from here we got x, and from here we got plus 4. So these two got cancelled, they are same, and then we are left with x plus 5 over x plus 4. And sometimes it is being noticed that students are cancelling this x with this x, and we are getting 5 by 4. That is completely wrong, because we can only cancel when we have product. Like here we have the product of two numbers, so we cancel it. Here's the B part, write as a single fraction in its simplest form. So we have the algebraic fraction plus algebraic fraction, so we are going to use the cross multiplication, and here we take these two, multiply these two, and then we cross multiply here, we cross multiply here. I call it as smiley method. It forms a smiley here, and then it becomes x into x minus 1, and then we cross multiply with this denominator and numerator, and since it is a binomial, two terms, so we'll put a bracket over there in place of writing multiplication sign, and plus x into x plus 8. Again there is a bracket because there are two terms. Now we will simplify it. Numerator x into x, x square, x into 1 minus x, 5 into x, 5x, 5 into minus 1, that is minus 5, and plus x into x, x square, x into 8, it is 8x. Upon denominator would be same, will not change it. And now we have the numerator again, x square, it becomes 2 times x square, minus x plus 5, that is plus 4x, and here it is 8. So it's like minus 1 plus 5 plus 8. 8, 5, 13, minus 1, 12. So we are left with plus 12x, and here minus 5. So denominator again same, or we can multiply also, that's not going to make any change because both of the answers are this accepted. So it is x times x minus 1, and then we will write this answer over here, and that's the single fraction in its simplest form. Here's the C part, a curve has equation y equals 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6. First part, find dy over dx, that is the derived function of y. So it is differentiation, and differentiation we know, we write y as dy over dx, and here 2 is a constant as it is. Then the power will be multiplied here, that is by 3, and then we reduce the power by 1, that is 3 become 2 here from this term. And again the next term minus 4 as it is, power is 2, we will multiply, and x power 2 minus 1 reduced by 1, so x power 1 we don't write, and then constant differentiation is 0, so final answer is 6x squared minus 8x. And then second part, calculate the gradient of the curve, where gradient of the curve, and this is the same curve here at x equals 4, and we know the gradient function is dy over dx. So it means they are asking us to find dy over dx at x equals 4. So we will substitute this value here, and it is 6 times 4 square minus 8 times 4. 6 times 4 square is 16 minus 8 fours are 32. So it is 16, 6 are 96 minus 32, 6 minus 2, 4, 9 minus 3, 6. So it is 64. Now the next part, again connected, to find the coordinates of two stationary points. Stationary point means dy over dx, that is the gradient function, is 0. That is dy over dx, we call it as ddx of y, but that's fine. Dy over dx is 0, means 6x square, that is what we have got from the first part, minus 8x equals 0. So we have again quadratic equation, but in this case there is no constant, so we are going to take x common first of all, and then we are left with 6. We could have taken 2 common also, but that's not a deal. This is 6x minus 8 equals 0, and as we got the product of two numbers, so it means either this is 0 or 6x minus 8 is 0, which gives us 6x equals 8, or 6x, not 6x, only x equals 8 by 6. We can cancel by 2, so it is 4 by 3. And we need to find the coordinates. So we have y as this. When we have x value as 0, we can calculate corresponding y value. 2 times 0 cube, that is 0, minus 0 plus 6, so it is only 6. So now we will put x equals 4 by 3 here, and we got y equals 2 times 4 over 3 cube minus 4 times 4 over 3 square plus 6. Now we can simplify also, or we can calculate it directly from calculator. This value is 98 over 27. So we are going to have 2 points. One here with when x is 0, y is 6. When x is 4 over 3, y is 98 over 27. And these are the 2 stationary points on this curve. Here's the next question, 8th A part. The table shows information about the mass in kilograms of each of 50 children. Mass is in kg, 0 to 10, there are 3, 10 to 25, there are 19 children, 25 to 35, there are 21 children, 35 to 40, there are 5 children, and 40 to 50, there are 2 children. So first part is complete the cumulative frequency table. So if it is cumulative, we are going to add till the previous also. Like here it says k less than 10. The students we are going to find whose weight is less than 3, so less than 10. So there are, of course, there are going to be this 3 from this first column. But when it comes to k less than 25, means we are going to calculate till the last. That is 19 plus 3, 22. And then when the 35 less than 35, so we are going to add this also, means 22 plus 21, it is 43. And then 43 plus 5, because it is k less than or equals to 40, it is 48. And the last 48 plus 2, it is 50. So this is the cumulative frequency. And then next part is on the grid, draw a cumulative frequency diagram to show this information. So for this cumulative frequency diagram, on the x-axis we will mark 10, 25, 35, 40 and 50, and corresponding value on the y-axis will be 3, 22, 43, 48 and 50. So I will draw on the another page so that we can see how it looks. So we have 10, 0 to 10, then after that 25, 35, 40 and 50, and corresponding to 10 it was this 3, and corresponding to 25 it is 22, and corresponding to 33 we will go here, it is 43, and then corresponding to 40 it was 48, and then it was 50. So that's how this, when we join these all points, then we will get a cumulative frequency graph. This is the this graph, when we'll join with the smooth curve, it is the cumulative frequency graph. Then its related question, third part, use your diagram to find an estimate. We are finding the estimate of the number of children with a mass of 32 kg or less. 32 kg or less, so kg will come on the x-axis, so we will mark 32. Here it is 32, and then we will go back to the graph, cumulative frequency graph, and then we will go back on the y-axis so that we can get the frequency, that is the number of children. So we will see from the graph again. So here we can see this is 32, then we will go back to the graph, and we reach here, then we go back to the y-axis so that we can get the frequency, that is number of children. And since it is less than, so we will calculate from 0 onwards, and it is 30 and this is 40, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so it is approximately 36, more than 36 from the graph. So since it is number of children, so we'll mark it as 36 here. So we'll write here 36. There are 36 children whose mass is 32 kg or less. Now here the B part. This cumulative frequency diagram shows information about the height in meters of each of 100 students. So this is the cumulative frequency diagram, and this is height. The height of the tallest student is 1.83 meters. The height of the shortest student is 1.45 meters. And they have asked us to draw a box and whiskers plot for the heights of the 100 students. So we know for box and whiskers plot, it is like, first of all, minimum, then lower quartile, we denote it by Q1, and then median Q2, and then upper quartile Q3, and the maximum. So they have given the data separately. For the highest, tallest means maximum is 1.83. 1.8 is here, so 1 2 3, this is 1.83, and shortest is 1.45, so it is 1.4, 1 2 3 4 5, this is 1.45. And now we require Q1, Q2, Q3. Q1 is lower quartile. Lower quartile means 25% of the data. So from here, since the total number of the students who are 100, so 25% means 25% of 100, and that is of course 25. So we'll find 25 here. So 20 is this is 40. So 1 2 3 4 5, this is going to be 30. So 25 would be in between, that is this. So it is 25. Similarly, then we will find out where is the lower quartile. We'll go back to the graph, this is there, and then we come back on the height axis, that is x-axis, it is 1.5, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, it is 1.57. And then Q2, this is Q1. Q2 is the median. Median is 50% of 100, that is 50, and 50 would be in between 40 and 60, that is somewhere here. 1 2 3 4 5, so this is 50. We go back to the curve, then we reach here, we come down, and then this is the point 1 2 3 4. 1.64 is the Q2, and for Q3, that is upper quartile, that is 75% of the data. 75% of 100 is 75, so 60, it is 70, and then 75 would be here. We go back to the diagram, and then this is the point. We come down. For Q3, it is here, it is 1.71. So we have all these data. Q1 is 1.57, so 1.5, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, this is 1.57. 1.7, this is 1 point. For 1.64, this is 1.64, and the last one 1.71, that is here 1.71. So we are going to draw a box and viscous plot. Box and viscous plot looks like this. So this point is minimum, this point is maximum. We draw like this if it is given, and then it is Q1 at this point, this is Q2 dotted median, and this is Q3 upper quartile. So we got 1.45, so I will draw it here. And so let me draw the bars. So in order to draw this, first of all I drew the bars, and then we will join this by a box. So now if I join this become a box, and then we will join this between by a line. It should be a straight line actually. So this is going to be box and viscous plot. It's not compulsory that I should choose these many the height of length of this vertical bar as 1 2 3 4 5 6 units, but it can be more also, it can be less also. The basic thing is this denotes the particular points, the main points, that is minimum, maximum, lower quartile, upper quartile, and median. Here's the ninth question. The diagram shows a prism ABCDEF. It's a prism because we can see this face is common throughout. So it's a cross section. This is a cross section, and that's why it's a prism. This is the height of the prism. They have asked us to calculate the total surface area of the prism. So if we see there are so many faces, so first of all we need to calculate how many faces are there. So I will mark them as 1 and all. So this face ABC become 1, and the base BEFC is, let's say, 2, and this slanted ADFC we can mark it as 3, third face, and the face vertical bar face ADEB as 4, and the last one is this is again same as this triangle DEF, we'll mark it as 5. So there are 1 2 3 2 faces, these cross sections, and this 5. Now we will calculate these areas, and that would be the total surface area. Before that, we can see this is a right angle triangle, and in order to find the area we require the area of a triangle, and for that we require the base and height. So we have right angle triangle, hypotenuse is given, one side is given. So by Pythagoras theorem we can calculate BC. I'll calculate here. BC is square root of square of hypotenuse, that is 20 square, minus square of another side, that is 13 square. So 20 square is 400 minus 13 square is 169, and then we will find it. If it is a complete square, that's fine, otherwise we'll leave our answer in the third form. So 0 minus 9 1, and 9 minus 6 is 3, and then it becomes 3 minus 1 is 2. So it is 231, root 231, that's, let it be like that, 231. And then we can calculate the area, because we got all the sides now, because this is 24, this is also 24. So total surface area is area of first, that is area of course triangle, that is half into base into height. Base is root 231, height is 13, so 13. This is same as area of fifth face, because this cross section, and they are going to be same in the prism. Next is second. Second is this base, for which we have two length 24, and this rectangle area, that is 24 into root 231. And then third face is this slanted, that is 20 and 24, so it is 20 into 24, rectangle of course. And then fourth one we have this, so that is 24 into 13, so 24 into 13. Calculate the total surface area by adding them all. So total surface area TSA is 2 times this, because first and fifth, 1 upon 2, 13 root 231, plus again 1 upon 2 into 13 root 231 plus 24 times root 231 plus 20 into 24, that is 480, and plus 24 into 13, and then we will calculate them from calculator. And this value is 1354.35 and all. So we can write our answer till 3 significant figure also, or we can write till the nearest integer also. So it is going to be 1350 centimeters square. That's the total surface area. Now the B part, calculate the volume of the prism. Volume of the prism is area of cross section into its height. So here area of cross section means area of triangle, and area of triangle we have seen it is root 231. So area of triangle is half into base, that is root 231, into height, that is 13, and multiplied by height. Height means this length, that is of course 24. So we will cancel these two, 12, and then we can directly calculate from calculator 13 into 20, 12 into root 231, and this is 2370.99. So till 3 significant figure we can write our answer 2370 centimeter cube. It came in 1 mark because we have already calculated half into root 231 into 13 in the previous part only. And for the C part, calculate the angle between AF makes with the base BCEF. So this is the base, I colored it so that we can see it's a base, and then we require this angle. If you join this by a straight line, so they require this angle. Let's say this angle is theta, and I will take another color. This angle is theta, it's a diagonal, and we know if it is a rectangular base, this is going to be 90 degree, and one side is root 231, another side is 24. So by Pythagoras theorem we can find BF. BF is square root of, since it is a hypotenuse, so square root of root 231, that is of course 231 itself, and plus square of 24. So square of 24 is 576. Let's check it. 24 square is 576, and hence we got it as root of 807. So we got this length as root 807, and for this theta we have the base and opposite. So by SOHCAHTOA we can get tan theta. So tan theta is applicable. 13 over root 807 means theta is tangent inverse of 13 over root 807. Now you can calculate this. Tangent inverse of 13 over root 807, and this value is coming 24.589 and so on. So we can write our answer for the angle. In this case actually 3 significant figure and 1 decimal place both are same, so we can write 24.6 degree. That's the angle. Here's the 10th question. Table shows some values of y equals 3 plus 4x minus x square for x between -1 and 5. So we have all the x values given and corresponding y values we require to calculate, and we are going to put these values of x in the calculator or substitute it here. We can get the values. So I will use the table so that I can get all these values together. So these values are for 0 minus 0.5 it is 0.75, for 0 it is 3, for 1 it is given, for 2 it is 7, and then again for 4 it is 3, and 4.5 it is again 0.75. So that gives us 3 marks, and that was the first question. Complete the table. So we have done, it's like the substitution. And next part is on the grid, draw the graph of y equals 3 plus 4x minus x square for x between -1 and 5. So we have all these values. We are going to mark it on this grid and then draw the graph. So here are the values. For -1 it was -2, and then it is -5, it is 0.275, and 0 it is 3. So we will mark these points, and I have drawn it with the help of software. So actually we need to join these points which we have just got from the first part by the smooth curve, so that we get this curve as y equals 3 plus 4x minus x square, and that is how we draw the graph. For the C part, write down an integer value of k for which the equation, so we need to write one integer value of k for which the equation 3 plus 4x minus x squared equals k has no solution. So solution basically means the intersection point, and it says that this is the equation, and this equation forms from the two curves. One is y equals 3 plus 4x minus x squared, that is what we have drawn from the previous part, and the second one is again y equals k, and that is of course a line, and that too a horizontal line. So we are going to find out the one integer value of k for which these two, that is one curve and a line, never meet. That's why we don't have any solution. So we will see from the graph again. So from here, this is the graph. You can see this is 7, and we have this value on the graph. So of course the first integer value would be 8, because for 8, if we draw y equals 8 line, it will not intersect with the curve. That is, there is not going to be any solution. So k value is 8. Anything other than 8 like 9, 10, 11 and so on, but in the graph, since it is given 8, so we can write 8. So here we will write k equals 8. Next, for D part, by drawing a suitable straight line on the grid, solve the equation this equals 0. So in these type of question, we bring the given curve one side, and then we will do in the same way we have done the C part. So first of all, we require this 3 plus 4x minus x square from here, and the best way is to make it one side, and then by adding and subtracting the same quantity, we will somehow manage to get this. So it is going to be -1. I will transfer -1 to the other side. It is +1, and -9 by 2x also to the other side, so that left hand side is, we are having only minus x squared. I transfer these two to the other side. Now since we require 4x, so we will add 4x here, 4x here. Next we require 3, so we will add 3. The same we have to add here. So left hand side we got the curve y equals 3 plus 4x minus x squared, and that is the curve given. So the right hand side we will get a line, and that is what it means from this straight line. So we will solve it. 1 plus 3 is 4, and from here it is -9 by 2 plus 4x. So 4 2's are 8, minus 1, that is -1 by 2x plus 4. So another line is going to be y equals minus x plus 4, -1 by 2x plus 4. And now again, since they are equal, so wherever they will intersect, those are going to be the point of those are going to be the solution. So that's why we have two values of x. It means if we draw this curve, we draw this straight line, this will intersect the curve at 2 points, and that x value will be the solution. So let's see from the graph. So here's the graph, previous graph, y equals 3 plus 4x minus x squared, and now we had to draw, I have drawn it with the help of software. It is -1 by 2x plus 4. So if we want to draw a straight line, we have two options. Either we find the 2 points on the line, or we can use the equivalent form y equals mx plus C. So I'm going to use y equals mx plus c, and here c means y-intercept is 4, so we got 1 point here. Another is the gradient m is minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 means going down by 1 unit and going ahead by 2 unit, so we got another point. So by joining these 2 points we get the straight line y equals minus 1 by 2x plus 4, and then we will find the 2 intersection points of this line in the curve. One is this, another is this. So corresponding to that we have x values, this as 1x value, another as somewhere here. So now we will figure out what is this. So it is 0, it is 1, so 0.1, 2, 3. So it is something in between 0.2 and 3. So we can say it is 0.25. One value of x is 0.25, another is 4 and 1, 2, 3. So this value is going to be 4.3 only. So that's what we will write in the place of the solution. So here are those two values, 0.25 and 4.3. These are the two solutions. Here's the 11th question, A part. Find the size of an exterior angle of a regular polygon with 18 sides. So it's a regular polygon, 18 sides are there, and we know for the exterior angle, sum of all the exterior angle is 360. Here's the 11th B part. In triangle ACD, B lies on AC, E lies on AD such that BE is parallel to CD. AE is 5.2 cm, AD is 2.6 cm. We need to calculate BE. So let's see what is the information given. This says that B lies on AC, E lies on AD, we can see, and BE is parallel to CD. And this length AE is 5.2, ED is 2.6. So from here we can directly say that AD is going to be 5.2 plus 2.6, and that is 7.8 centimeter. And I will tell you why it was required to do, because once we see this, they are parallel and they are asking for BE length. We have this angle equals to this angle, corresponding angle. These two angles are equal, corresponding angle, and this is angle common in both the triangle. Triangle ABE is similar to triangle ACD, and that is the similarity condition, that we take the ratio of any two sides that would be equal. So here we are dealing with the sides, so we will talk about the ratio. And since it involved BE, I'll take BE in the smaller triangle over one corresponding side of this smaller triangle, and that is I'll take AE. This would be same as another two corresponding side ratio, that is CD, because corresponding to BE we have CD, and corresponding to AE we have AD. That's why we have calculated, and that is 80. So CD is 6.75, AD we have just calculated 7.8, AE is 5.2. So from here BE we will get AE cross multiply, and AE is 5.2. So 5.2 multiplied by 6.75 over 7.8, and that would be, and it is 9 by 2, that is 4.5 centimeter. So we got BE length as 4.5 centimeter. So whenever we have two triangles formed from the same triangle, we have to focus on the similarity of the triangle. Maximum cases they give the similarity condition. Here's the C part. Two solids are mathematically similar. The smaller solid has height 2 centimeter and volume 32 centimeter cube. The largest solid has volume 78 centimeter cube, and we need to calculate the height of the largest solid. So In these type of questions, we whenever we have mathematically similar object or similar solid, and then we are going to talk about the scale factor. Scale factor here we have, let's say for the smaller, there are two cases, smaller and larger. So first of all, length. So I will take length as LS for the smaller length and capital L for the larger solid. Height, these are the heights, so I should take H, not L. HS for the height of the smaller solid and HL for the height of the bigger solid. And similarly, if we talk about the volume, so V of S for the smaller volume and V of L for the larger volume. And then we will take the ratio of the volume of larger solid over volume of smaller solid. It is always going to be same as the cube of this ratio is going to be, then the ratio equals to 3 times cube, sorry, not 3 times cube of the corresponding length, that is height in this case. So H of L over H of S. And here V of L, that is the larger volume, is 780. Volume of smaller solid is 32. Hence we will solve. There is a cube, so if we need to solve it, we have to take the cube root of the other side. So we got cube root of 780 over 32, and we will calculate. So this value is coming 2.89944 and so on. We will leave here, and then from here we get the height of the larger solid by cross multiplication, and HS is given 2 centimeters, so it is 2 cross multiply 2 into 2.89944 and so on. And when we calculate from calculator, it is coming approximately 5.798. So if we require to write, let's see, 3 significant figure, so this will become, it will increase by 1, that is going to be 5.8 centimeter only. Or we can write 0 because we are writing till 3 significant figures, so it should be 3 significant figure. Here's the D part. PQ is parallel to RS. So PQ is parallel to RS. PNS is a straight line. PNS, this is a straight line. N is the midpoint of RQ. N is the midpoint of RQ. Midpoint is half. And explain giving reasons why triangle PQN is congruent to triangle SRN. So for the congruency rule criteria, we have SSS, side, angle, side, or angle, side, angle, and the last one right hand side, right angle, and hypotenuse in one side. And we denote this sometimes by AAS as well. So these are the congruency criteria, so we have to find out any of this. And here obviously the sides are not given equal, any of the side like PQ and RS, but N is the midpoint of RQ. It means these two are equal, and this angle P and Q and the angle S and R, they are equal, vertically opposite angles. Since we need to write the reason, so we will write one by one. First one is PQ and SRN, so we will write in the same order. And here we have QN. QN is same as RN. You can write N is the midpoint. Next is angle this, that is we can I will write angle N, but angle N alone will not make any sense, so I should use angle PNQ is same as angle SNR. PNQ S and R. They are equal. Why? A vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angles, and they are equal. And the last one, we require one more angle. For that, we can take this R angle and Q angle, because they are alternate interior angles, since PQ is parallel to RS. So we can directly write angle Q is angle R, alternate interior angle, or and we need to write why alternate interior angles are equal, because PQ is parallel to RS. And that's why we have two angles one side, but here it is angle, one angle, side, and then another angle. So it is angle, side, angle, side, angle. Congruency rule, we have triangle PQN is congruent to this, the symbol, or we can write it also congruent to triangle SRN. I hope clear. Here's the question number 12. Fx is 3 minus 2x, gx is x squared plus 5, hx is x cubed. So first question is to find f of minus 5. F of minus 5 means the input is minus 5. What would be the output? Since fx, when the function has input x, it was 3 minus 2x. So if it is f of minus 5, so it is going to be 3 minus 2 times minus input. 2 times input, that is 2 times minus 5. It is 3 plus 10, and it is 13. Next is find f of f(x), means composite function, and give your answer in its simplest form. So f, we will write it as f of fx. It is f of fx. So in this way we can see the input is fx. So if input was x, output was 3 minus 2 times input. So if input itself is fx, so it would be 3 minus 2 times x. 3 minus 2 times, this is the fx. And then we will use again, because the input itself is 3 minus 2x, so we will use 3 minus 2 times input, and input is 3 minus 2x. So it becomes 3 minus 6. 2 2s are 4, so plus 4x, and it is minus 3 plus 4x, or we can write 4x minus 3. That's the ff of x. Now here is the C part. Solve gx equals fx plus 3 7. So I copied these functions so that it would be easier to understand. And solve means we are going to find the x value, unknown value. Here unknown is x itself, and then we will write it as it is. Gx is x squared plus 5, so in place of gx we are going to write x squared plus 5 equals fx is 3 minus 2x, and then plus 37, so plus 37. And then since the highest power of x is 2, so it is going to be quadratic, and quadratic means we are going to express it in the standard quadratic form. That is, we will take all the things together one side. X squared plus 2x, it is plus 5, and this will be minus 3, and this will come here again minus 37 equals 0. So we will solve it again. X squared plus 2x, 5 plus 3 minus plus 5 minus 3, 5 minus 3 is 2, and then 37 minus 37 plus 2 is minus 35 equals 0. Now we will see this 35. We are going to use the factorization. 35, we have 7 into 5, that is 35, and then when we will subtract, we will get 2 as well. So we can rewrite this thing as x squared plus 7x minus 5x and minus 35 equals 0, so that when we subtract it, we will get 2x, so it is same, and that's how we factorize. And then we will take common from the first two, that is x, of course, x plus 7, and from here we can see minus 5 is common, so it is again x plus 7, because minus I have taken common, and hence it is x plus 7, and x minus 5 equals 0. So as soon as we got the product as 0, it means either first product is 0 or second number is 0. It means either x is minus 7 or x is 5. We'll transfer it here, we'll transfer to the other side. So two solutions we got, one is minus 7, another is 5. And here's the D part. Find f inverse of x. So we have the 4 steps to find the f inverse x. First of all, we write fx, which is 3 minus 2x, as y. So y equals 3 minus 2x, and then we will exchange x and y, interchange this. So it is x equals 3 minus 2y. Now we will make y as a subject, as the subject. So we will transfer 3 here, it is x minus 3, or we can transfer minus 2 itself, 2y itself here, so that it becomes plus 2y. Plus 2y equals 3, and it came here, it is minus x. So I transfer it here, it becomes plus 2y. I transfer it here, it becomes minus x. And then y is 3 minus x, and then divide by 2. It is complete total divide by 2. So at the last we will write this y as the inverse of the function, that is f inverse. So here we got it as 3 minus x over 2. Here's the last question of this paper. Find hf of x plus gx. Give your answer in its simplest form. So we have a composite function and the sum of the two functions. So first of all, fx, we will write it as h of fx, so that we can understand by the input formula method. So h of fx, we have 3 minus x, so we are substituting this by this, and plus gx is x square plus 5. Now we will use the hx property is the input it gives the output as the cube of the input. So here the input is 3 minus 2x, so output would be 3 minus 2x whole cube, and plus x square plus 5. We could have left it here by leave it here, we can leave it here, but this time they have asked us to write it in the simplest form. So it means we are going to open the bracket. Open the bracket means if there is a cube, so we are going to write it as cube, means we know a cube. Either we know the formula, there is a formula a cube minus b cube minus 3ab times a minus b, or we can write it by a into a square, and then we have the identity for a square. Or another method is we multiply 1 by 1, a. Here it is, I will use the second one, that is 3 minus 2x in one bracket, and then we will write 3 minus 2x whole square plus x square plus 5. So here in this way we got 3 minus 2x as it is, one bracket, and then we'll use the identity a minus b whole square, because it's a binomial square, so we are going to use the identity a minus b whole square. 3 square 9 minus 2ab, so 2 into 3 6, 2's are 12, so minus 12x, and plus square of the b, that is 4x square, and plus x square plus 5. And now we will multiply by this. So first of all, let's multiply by 3 everywhere. 3 9's are 27, 3 into 12's are 36 x, and 3 4's are 12 x square. And now the terms of minus 2x, so minus 9 2's are 18, and x minus plus 2 into 12's are 24, x into x square, and then minus plus minus, and 4 2's are 8, x cube plus x square plus 5. Now we will collect them together. It is 27, it is 5, so it is 27 plus 5, 32. It is x here, minus 36, minus 18, yeah, only these two. So it is minus 54 times x, minus plus, so 36 plus 18 is 54, and then it is 12x square, it is 24x square, it is x square. So 12 plus 24, 36, plus 1, 37. So it is 37x square, and the last we got minus 8x cube. Then we will leave this answer, we write it here at the place where we need to write, and that's it for this video. That's the last question of this paper. We meet again in the next video. Till then, thank you so much.